Now I'm gonna do just a little bit lower on the hip bone.
Okay.
Hi, Kibis.
Hi.
How are you?
Yeah, quite good. You?
Good, good. So I'm very excited. We're gonna be trying on a few different clothes today.
Okay.
Just kind of summery, hot weather styles. I know you mentioned that you've done a color analysis before.
Well, not professionally, but just by myself.
Okay.
Sort of.
So you're a summer.
Yeah.
Okay. And you usually go for like pastels, muted tones.
Exactly.
Okay.
Not too bright because it just gets really overwhelming on me. So yeah.
Okay. And then regarding shape of like, is there something that you like? Oh, I don't like when I have tank tops or like no sleeves or just something like that.
I usually just don't like puffy sleeves.
Okay.
Or no straps because I have quite wide
Shoulders.
Shoulders, like the top is quite wide.
Okay.
So it just makes it even wider if I don't have like any straps. So I usually just go like normal, regular t-shirts and a little bit longer sleeves.
Okay.
Yeah. No cleavages. I don't like that.
Okay. Okay. So I have a few different things that I would like to try on today. Some are dresses, some are just like a coordinated set for the summer, like a vest with pants, maybe a shirt or a blazer. We can try a few different things.
Okay. Yeah.
And definitely, like, you can tell me your opinions on all of them.
Okay.
But first, I'm just going to take a few measurements just to make sure the sizing's going to be right.
All right. Should I be breathing normally or will be measuring at exhale or inhale?
I'll let you know. We can do
Okay,
both.
yeah.
I'll take the measurement just to make sure that you're comfortable with the clothes. Okay, I'm just doing a diagram here to make sure we get all the measurements we need. So I'm just going to start. I'm going to have you just turn over.
Okay.
You're going to be looking at the mirror. And I'm going to start at the waist. Okay, just going to put this around. Yeah, right there. Okay, so there, just go ahead and inhale and exhale normally. Does that feel comfortable or too restricting?
It's comfortable. It's even like more loose than I'm normally used to. Yeah.
So, even go a tiny bit. Thinking maybe there. Okay, that's good. That's 27.5 inches. Now I'm going to do just a little bit lower on the hip bone.
Okay.
Okay, that's about 30 inches. the arms, if you could lift your arms a tiny bit. Okay, just kind of right here. There you go. That's about 33. Okay, so now I'm just going to be looking at the strap length here. So, I know you mentioned no cleavage, so would this be like a good height?
Yeah, I would say so.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, so about 12. Arm length, so just go ahead and put your arms right here. Okay. 21 for a long sleeve. You said longer sleeves, so this be a good length.
Yeah, approximately there.
Okay.
Yeah.
To the neck too.
Do you want me to lift my hair?
Yes, a little bit.
There we go. Thank you.
Forward. We're just going to do shoulder to waist and shoulder to. Just go ahead and place your arm right there. Kind of like here. 13 1/4 to the hip bone. There. Actually, I'm just going to go ahead and put your hair up. Just so that we can just easily style. do you usually wear your hair up or down?
Both.
Both.
Yeah. But what I tend to do is actually keep the money pieces in the front.
Okay.
Because I have quite a wide jaw, so it
Okay.
makes it look a little bit more normal.
Oh, I can always do that. Okay, it's not the prettiest, but it'll work for now. Okay, so I'm just going to show you a few different items that I have here. So I know you mentioned kind of like more muted colors. I kind of like how this color brings out more pink in your face. It just gives it a little bit more color. So we can just choose. You can say yes or no.
I probably would not really go for that color normally, but we can try it on if you want to.
Okay, well, if it's something that you might not reach to, I honestly wouldn't even want to try it.
Okay.
So let's look at some other options.
Okay.
Okay, so we have this set. It's really cute. It's linen. So just to give you an idea of the color, it's
I
like
actually
blue
like
tone.
it. I like it a lot.
Yeah, I think it brings out kind of like a blue tone on your eyes. It just suits you really well.
Yeah, I think it looks really well.
Okay, so this one's a yes. We're going to try it on. Okay, this is a really cute dress.
Yeah.
I think the color is pretty pastel and muted, but still gives you a very nice color on your face.
I think it looks really nice. It kind of reminds me of Hobbits in Lord of the Rings, so I really like that.
Okay.
I'm a huge fan, so.
Amazing. So this is a definitely yes. So we have this other dress. I don't know how used to patterns you are.
I usually don't wear it, but I really like the color.
Okay.
So I think it's nice.
Okay.
I like it.
Okay. We can definitely try it and then decide. Sometimes there are things that we don't usually reach for, but they end up looking really good on us. So, and this is just more of a formal look. I don't know how you feel about it. I don't know if you would be wearing this in the summer or you feel like you would just get too hot on it.
I really like it. If I was to go maybe to a bank or some meeting, I would probably wear that.
Okay,
Yeah.
that's great. It is cotton, so that's definitely a little bit more breathable.
Okay.
So summer, just focusing on natural fibers, that's probably the best bet. And this is just a blazer that you can just throw on top of a plain white tee, a tank top, pair
Yeah.
of jeans, and it just kind of elevates your.
I actually like it. It can be good like at nights where it gets a little bit chilly in the summer. I think it would be good to have just something on.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, definitely. We can try this on as well. Okay, so I think we're gonna get started with this one. I'll let you go change, and then we'll just do any adjustments. Okay.
Okay.
So, how do you feel with this?
I actually really like it. I like the fabric. I like how it fits. I really do like it. Maybe what I don't particularly enjoy is how the pants sit around this area.
Okay.
But that's about that, yeah.
Okay. So then let's try to do a few adjustments to see if we can get it to sit
Just try.
properly. Yeah. So you can just go ahead and relax. Good. Do you feel it tight around the waist, or does it feel okay?
It feels quite okay, yeah.
Okay, good. Good. I'm gonna try adding a few just clips here on the back for the pants. Let's see just where they're sitting right now. Yeah, it just feels like they're bunching up a little bit. Just take a measurement here. So I actually think we can give it just about half an inch extra on just here at the waist, so it doesn't kind of like bunch up.
Yeah.
Please look okay.
It feels much more comfortable like that.
Yeah.
You know, just when it's stretched.
Yeah, I think we can just, I think this plastic is just a little bit tight, and it might just give a little bit with time, but we can also just add a little piece. It wouldn't even be visible, but it'll just make it sit a little bit better here.
Yes, that will be good.
Okay. So yeah, you can definitely take care of that. And now let's just look at the top. Look here, because this is just kind of opening a little bit, so just do like a tiny stitch in here.
Yeah.
So it doesn't open on the side. And that's it, just a bit better. Really isn't much. Let's see. Okay, so it's about 1 centimeter. And just add a little clip for now. Just there. Better. I'm just going to go ahead and remove any little lint so we can get a good idea. Pick up any little. So since this is all natural fabric, sometimes there's just some tiny little imperfection, but that's just the nature of the fabric. So just gonna remove this. There you go. And just picking up any little threads that we remove them. Just gonna cut any little threads. Okay, I think that looks really good. Fix this little clip. Okay. Okay, so yeah, that's about 1 centimeter. Just at the end, but we'll put a little triangle on the seam that we already have here. Okay. Just gonna write down the adjustments that we're gonna do on these sets. So can take 1 centimeter from the arm. Each side. And I'm thinking maybe about 1 inch from the waist. Just the elastic. Okay, so for the next outfit, I think we can go ahead and try this on and see how we like it. Okay.
Yeah.
So I really love this color on you.
Yeah, I really like it as well.
It's really, really great. I'm just gonna move this out of the way a tiny bit. I know you like these little pieces right in your face, but this dress just brings just like a green tint to your eyes.
Yeah.
They're so pretty. Okay, so I'm just gonna do a few adjustments. I notice a few little imperfections that I really want to take care of. So, as I mentioned before, we're just kind of focusing on very breathable fabrics that are natural fibers that can keep you cool in the summer.
Yeah.
But that also means that sometimes we have just tiny few imperfections that are just part of the fabric. So we're just gonna make sure we remove any of those threads. Just going to like a little stain, or it just might be some discoloration of the fabric. So we'll see if it comes out. Okay, that looks better. Okay, that's gone. Okay, we're just gonna roll to remove any of those little loose threads we just cut out. thread here. I just don't know if it's attached. How do you feel it around the bust? Does it feel comfortable?
I feel like it could be a little bit tighter.
A little bit tighter?
So it doesn't really fall out.
Okay. You can definitely adjust the back since it has these adjustable straps. Just gonna go ahead and adjust, and if it feels uncomfortable or too tight, just let me know. Oh, we're just sitting on that little. Okay, there we go. How does that feel there? Does that still feel a bit loose?
I think it's loose enough
Okay.
for me to breathe, but quite tight though. Like
Okay.
comfortably.
That's great. So I'm just going to go ahead and tie this. Okay, then I'm just going to make some adjustments so this fabric doesn't bunch up. So I'm actually going to take some of this fabric away. I'm going to do just a little temporary stitch to see where it should end up. So just don't move. Okay, that looks so much better. Just take that in all the way through. Actually thinking, let's just take it in and tie it on the strap length here. Just go ahead and measure here. 15 millimeters. I'm just going to use a little clip. Okay, that just sits so much better. Do the same on this side. So this doesn't open up. There it goes. Just gonna go ahead and untwist this. Lift it up tiny, a little bit twisted. Okay, that looks great. Okay, that looks really good now. Okay, just kind of turning around, so you can see the final look. I think it looks perfect. So we can take a little bit here, just kind of like the length of the strap, so it doesn't kind of like open up.
Yeah.
And with the adjustment, I think it looks really good.
Yeah,
Does
I
it
think
feel
it looks
comfortable?
really cute.
Okay. Okay, so now we're going to be trying on, let's see, let's go with this one first.
Okay.
And we'll try to adjust it as needed, okay?
Yeah, okay.
So I think this truly is your color. Looks really good. I'm just going to, it's a little bit twisted. Just big. There you go. I'm gonna go ahead, and since we are gonna be trying this on for like a summer look, I'm gonna go ahead and fold the sleeves, just
okay.
kind of more casual, and it'll also help to keep you cool. Okay. So what I'm gonna do is I'm usually gonna go above. Fold once more. Then we're folding this down. So it kind of makes it look finished, but still a little bit more casual.
Yeah.
And do the same thing on the other side.
Yeah.
Okay, so we're doing the same thing. Just gonna pull this a tiny bit and just make sure we're
Yeah.
symmetrical. Tiny bit lower. There we go. Okay. This button is getting a tiny bit loose. Just going to use a clip here to hold the thread that's loosening up. And just as a reminder to fix this. So I think this fits really well. How do you feel?
Yeah, I feel like it's good. I like the color a lot.
Okay, so I'm just going to put this blazer on you. Oh, let's guide you right here.
Thank you.
Okay, so I wouldn't really use it with this shirt, but
It's maybe too blue.
yeah.
Yeah.
So if you were gonna go for a monochromatic look, the blue would just have to be the same hue.
Yeah.
These are just two different blues, so completely. Would probably do this with just a tank top underneath. It can be white.
Yeah.
Or like a neutral beige or something. I just kind of want to see how it fits.
Yeah.
A little hair in there. honestly, I feel like it might be a tiny bit tight up at the bust. So I might have to get just one size up because it fits you, but you might not be very comfortable just to like move around. So just take a look at the back because maybe we could adjust this one because it fits you well. The shoulders is the right side, so it's just not sitting here properly. I like the shape on the shoulders, and this is all really good. So let's see. I think that's it. It was just kind of bunched up on the back.
Yeah.
Okay. Do you feel comfortable with it?
Yeah, I kind of feel like with the shirt, it's a little bit like restrictive.
Mm-hmm.
If there was maybe just a tank top, as you said, yeah, I think it would be all right.
Okay. Yeah, I agree on that. Just this one feels too. How do you feel about the arm length?
I feel like it's a little bit longer because I am sort of small.
Yeah.
So usually I'm kind of used to clothes not really fitting me lengthwise when it comes to trousers and also blazers or long sleeve t-shirts.
Okay.
But I honestly love kind of wearing the long sleeves, like when it kind of hides the palm.
Okay, so
Just kind of calms me down.
okay.
Does it make sense?
Yeah, it does.
Yeah.
Totally. Because we could just make it a tiny bit shorter. You would still get kind of like that comfort coverage that you like.
Yeah.
But it's just a tiny bit shorter.
Yeah, I think it looks better.
Okay, so I'm just going to take a few measurements here to see. Turn this around. Okay, so that's just about say 2.5, just to not make it too short. 2.5 centimeters. Okay, go ahead and relax and just take a few notes here. So the blue shirt, this third button, just reinforce that. And the blazer will do 2.5 centimeters. The sleeve length. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and remove this one.
Okay. Probably start with that one, yeah. It might be easier like this. Cool.
Okay, so I'm thinking we can go back and put the green dress on.
Yes.
I'm gonna take a few photos of that because I just think it suits you so nicely. Okay.
Yeah, that's all right.
Okay. So yeah, I really loved this dress. I don't know, what are your thoughts on all the different pieces that we tried on?
I honestly liked almost all of them.
Okay.
Except the pink blazer that we
Okay.
showed at the beginning. But otherwise, I loved all of them. I think that suited me really well color-wise, and I also like the shapes.
Okay.
Yeah, of the dresses.
Okay. Yeah, I think everything fitted really, really nicely. This one I really love. It's probably like my favorite. I don't know how you feel about it. And then I also loved the, it's not here, but the coordinated set, just that linen with the stripes. I think that looks just so beautiful. Okay. Okay, so I think we're done. I don't know if you have any questions or...
Probably not. Probably not.
Okay. Well, this was fun. Thank you for coming.
Thank you as well.